This video is about vocal processing. I imported some samples here.
Let me see that body rock. Yeah, let me see that body move.
I think that vocals is often about finding the good sample, at least for now, since we can't really make... I think we can, but yeah, it's quite complicated to generate full vocals in software. There are some software for that, but it's not as good as samples for now. So yeah, it's mostly about finding the good one. For example, this one, you can hear that it's perfectly recorded. There is no reverb,
Let me see that body rock. Yeah, let me see that body move. Yeah, let me see that body rock. Let me see that body move, body move, body move.
So this is super dry, which is something we like, but sometimes it's nice to have damaged vocals, which can be used more creative. For example, this one is terrible vocals. Actually, terrible is the name of the song, of the demo song. So it's not terrible vocal. But yeah, I use those vocals already in a tune.
A conscious dream of yours.
So they are supposed to be dry, but they are still already processed a lot. And sometimes it's nice to have such kind of vocals which are really already designed and creative. I think both of these cases are useful for different reasons. So let's dive into the processing of this one.
Let me see that body rock. Yeah, let me see.
Just something about this one. You can really hear the reverb of the room of the recording.
I'm a conscious dream of yours.
So yeah, this is quite like not super professional recording, so it's gonna be quite hard to process. But since the singer made a really nice, for me, performance, this is still pretty usable. So about this one,
body rock. Yeah, let me see that body move.
there are some things I like to do. For example, this one. So this is basically halftime. Maybe you know that plugin already. So it's just two parallel tracks, just one with nothing and one with halftime. So
let me see that body rock. Yeah, let me see that body move. Yeah, let me see that body rock.
So what's good with that plugin? It's mostly about, as it said, slowing the music and making it much lower. So it's really nice to work with that, because sometimes there is something happening with that, because you can adjust the speed of the low end part.
Let me see that body rock. 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 Yeah, let me see that body rock. Let me see that body rock. Let me see that body rock.
So it injects some randomness to that vocal, and sometimes it makes nice accident, you know, and yeah, you can create some interesting things with that.
Let me see that body rock. Yeah, let me see that body move, body move, body move. Yeah, let me see that body move, body move, body move. Yeah, let me see that body move, body move, body move.
So basically, like that, it's just a starting point, but
yeah, let me see that body move. Yeah, let me see that body move, body move, body move. Yeah,
for
let
example,
me see that body move, body move, body move.
Because it's following the original audio, but in a different way, so it's a really nice way to make layers. and different recordings to add to your main one. About a vocal synth, so this is a vocal processing plugin by iZotope, I think.
Let me see that body rock.
So yeah, that's basically the default.
Let me see that body rock.
So
Let me see that body rock.
there is very nice effect.
Let me see that body rock. Yeah, let me see that body move. Yeah, let me see that body rock. Yeah, let me see that body move. Body move. Body move.
Yeah, it's not perfect, but there are some presets which are better than others. This one, for example, in edgy death metal, which is
Let me see that body rock. Yeah, let me see that body move. Yeah, let me see that body rock. Yeah, let me see that body move.
so that creates a layer of yeah. If you just like that, it's not great, but if you add it to the main one,
Let me see that body rock. Yeah, let me see that body move. Yeah, let me see that body rock.
it creates a layer that brings something really more breathy kind of vocal layer. I really use that preset especially, but sometimes I just check and take some random things. Yes, Comb. Comb is something I used a lot in my album.
Let me see that body rock. 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 Let me see that body rock.
And make crazy sound, like pitching stuff and more computer vocal sounding.
Let me see that body rock. Yeah, let me see that body rock. Yeah, let me see that body move. Yeah, let me see that body rock. Yeah, let me see that body move. Body move, body move. Let me see that body rock.
For example, on Bitwig you got that Comb native one.
Let me see that body rock. Yeah, let me see that body move. Let me see that body rock. Let me see that body rock. Let me see that body rock.
And it can also work as a layer to make harmonies.
Let me see that body rock. Yeah, let me see that body rock.
You can make some kind of chord with that thing. So the standard, which is Portal,
Let me see that body rock. Yeah, let me see that body move. Yeah, let me see.
so this one is quite popular. You may have heard of it already. It's really super useful for making intros and putting on vocals on mostly melodic stuff and making really great atmospheric sounds. And for example, these two presets are really useful for intros, and I put them on vocals.
Let me see that. Let me see that body rock. Let me see that body rock. Let me see that body rock. Let me see that body rock.
This is super useful. Both of these tools to introduce your vocal tune. Move to this one.
Drop it in my face, dude.
So I just wanted to talk about a tune that you heard maybe already. It's Skrillex, Wild for the Night.
For the night, fuck being polite, I'm going wild for the night.
It's basically that kind of octave low sound with chords So just about making chords with that.
Drop it in my face, bitch. Drop it, drop it, drop it in my face, bitch. Drop it in my face, bitch. Drop it, 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 drop it in my face, bitch. Drop it.
That's basically the idea, but on that tune is so well done. This.
Streets full of hype, in the streets build a vibe. It's expensive.
So this is sorry, I don't remember the name of my own tunes quite often. Bring It Back with Copa, in a collab we made on Korsakov. So I just wanted to talk about this one because there is really interesting processing. Let's just listen to the original.
Listening to rave in your car or wherever. We do it for the cheddar, man. It's all about the leisure on the building side. Putting tools in the minivan. It kicks off like United and City fans. Now that's the policy. Operate properly. Take it to the stage and the rave out of poverty. Now the fans holler we hot property. I'm never bored of this game. It's Monopoly. Back. Look what we did to the rave. Bring it back. Look what we did to the stage. Bring it back.
On the original vocals, I just add this.
Listening to rave in your car or wherever. We do it for the cheddar, man. It's all about the leisure on the building side. Putting tools in the minivan.
And I really wanted to make some epicness and add some epicness and emotions to that vocal, so I used the vocoder from Pitch Monster. I routed it to a MIDI clip.
Listening to rave in your car or wherever. We do it for the cheddar, man. It's all about the leisure on the building side. Putting tools in the minivan. It kicks off like United and City fans. Now that's the policy. Operate properly. Take it to the stage and the rave out of poverty. Now the fans holler we hot property. I'm never bored of this game. It's Monopoly. Back. Look what we did to the raves, bring it back. Look what we did to the stage, bring it back. Look what listening to rave in your car or wherever. We do it for the cheddar, man. It's all about the leisure on the building side. Putting tools in the minivan. It kicks off like United and City fans.
So you get the ideas, just adding layers that create chords with vocals. So that's basically it.
Back.
Yes, this is, I think, really interesting to do when you have to make super epic things, and I'm really happy with what I done here.
Back. Look what we did to the look what we did to the rave, bring back. Look what we did to the stage, bring it back. Look what we did to the dance, bring it back. We bring it back. We bring it back. Look what we did to the rave, bring it back.
Basically, you have to put Pitch Monster in vocode mode and use the MIDI mode. So it's receiving the MIDI information from your MIDI track. I also detuned it a bit.
Listening to rave in your car or wherever. We do it for the cheddar, man. It's all about the leisure on the building side. Putting tools in the minivan. It kicks off like United and City fans. Now that's the policy. Operate properly. Take it to the stage and the rave out of poverty. Now the fans holler we hot property. I'm never bored.
Which is nice when you do that. It's you can still change the format. So the sound of the so it's still in tune, but there is still that kind of feeling that it's going lower or higher in pitch, but it's still at the same tonality. So you can make interesting effect like in the tune. The pitch seems to be going lower at the end, but it's still the same note.
Rave Rave out of poverty, now the fans holler we hot property. I'm never bored of this game, it's monopoly.
It's mostly on the left side of the spectrum.
Rave out of poverty, now the fans holler.
That's the policy, operate properly to take it to the stage. You can rave out of poverty. Now the fans holler.
So I broken it a bit, but you get the idea. That's basically it for the vocals. So I didn't spoke about just octave stuff.
Drop it in my face, bitch. Drop it.
Drop it in my face, bitch.
Drop it. Drop it in my face, bitch. Drop it. Drop it in my face, bitch. Drop it. Drop it in my face, bitch. Drop it. Drop it in my face, bitch. Drop it. Drop it in my face, bitch. Drop it. Drop it in my face, bitch. Drop it. Drop it in my face, bitch. Drop it in my face, bitch. Drop it.
So there, in between, there is quite a lot of lower the pitch, and you can really check which one of them works best in the tune you are working on. I'm going to make the other video for this month, which is the consistency of the low end.